What is happening, guys? It's your boy Raul TV, Team R4UL, your favorite YouTube mechanic. We are back again, and what I'm doing this time around is I've got a Jeep Compass on a 2018, that is, and we're going to go ahead and replace these, the rear trailing arm, or if you want to call them the swivel pin arms. Okay, basically the swivel pin bush is knackered. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and replace the complete arm. Maybe you can just replace the bush, okay, but we're not going to mess about, you know, taking the bush out, pushing it out, and then banging it in. No, we're going to change the complete arm. Dead easy. You can buy it from your local shop, spare shop, that is. Right, let's go. Let's do it. Rear trailing arms on a Jeep Compass 2018. Let's do it. Okay, guys, sit rep. Situation report is the driver side, UK driver side, is dead easy. Dead easy. All you do is take this bolt off, the star nut and bolt, that is. Okay, and take that off, and that's it. Happy days. Just replace it with a new one, right? So I'm not going to do the driver. I'm not going to show you guys how to do the driver side UK. I'm going to show you guys how to do the passenger side UK, right? It's because the fuel tank is right there, and this bolt will not come out. So what we do is we crack this bolt. Okay, actually I'll get to that stage after, right? First things first, let's go ahead and take this bolt off here. It's I think it's an E16. That's what we need, a star. Okay, let's go ahead and take that off. Okay, guys, before you guys start slagging me off in the comments and everything, it's an E18. Okay, E18, as you can see there, E18 star Torx. It's not a Torx, but it's the opposite of a torque. Okay, let's go ahead, take that off, whiz that off, or get the strong arm breaker bar, gun, whatever you've got, just take that off and we'll go from there. Okay, right, situation report is, as you can see there, it's all freestyling and turning. What we need to do is we need to get a 17mm spanner on this side and hold it on this side while we take it off on this side. Okay, before you guys give me a 3rd degree again, it might be a 17. Maybe somebody's changed it in the past and it's a 17mm nut, but mine is a 16mm nut, okay, on this side, and we're going to get the E18 on this side. Hey, I'm fasting, all right? I'm fasting. My brain's not working 100%. I'm dehydrated, right? So give me a break, all right? Let's go. So, straight up like that. Yeah. No messing. You can leave that in there just for the time being until we take that side off, or else it's just going to come down and flap around and maybe hit you on the head. We don't want that. Just leave that like that for now, and we'll get back to that in a minute. Right, so as I said, on the driver side UK, you can just take that bolt off, E18 bolt, this one off and this one off, you know, with the 16 on the side and everything, and happy days, that comes off, all job done, right? On the driver side, on the passenger side, sorry, UK passenger side, we can't take this bolt off because the fuel tank's there. Okay, now if you want to go all drastic and take the fuel tank off and everything, by all means, no, don't do that, okay? What we're going to do is we're just going to take these 4 off, one here, one there, one there, and one there. Then that comes down, this bolt is off, the whole thing comes down, and then we can take that off while it's on the floor, right? That's what we're going to do. Right, so these size, right, I'm going to get this size wrong now, aren't I? I think that's an E16, right? We're going to go for an E16 on that one, right? As you can see there, it's the star E16. Let's go. Okay, guys, so no 2 ways to show you guys. Just get the gun, get the socket, ratchet, whatever you've got, okay? I think you can't use a spanner on there. I mean, maybe you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. And just whiz these off. There's one off. Another one off. Another one off. As you can see, that's coming off. I'm going to put the camera down and hold it before it hits me on the head. Right, okay. Right, okay, so as you can see there, the whole arm is off. Okay, what we're going to do now is, I mean, you can put it on the vise and everything, whatever, you know, whatever suits you. I've got the gun, okay, the powerful gun, right? And we've got the 16 spanner on that side. And all we're going to do now is, I'm just going to hold it for me, the 16 spanner. Ready?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just going to hold it, and I'm just going to whiz it off like that. Nuts off, that's off. Happy days. Arm can go in the bin. We need that bracket. Right, let's go. Okay guys, so there's the brand new arm. All we do is just put that over it like that. Okay, and they're handed. These arms are handed, so you can't really get them wrong. I mean, you can get them wrong by fitting them upside down. Okay, if you fit this one like that, then you're in big trouble, right? You need to fit them like that, where that's lifted upwards, basically. Okay, if you fit it like that, then you're gonna have trouble. It's not even gonna go on, put it that way. It might not even go on. So we need to fit it so it's facing upwards. The kink there is facing upwards. All right, so yeah, let's get it on. Let's get it onto the bracket in reverse order. Let's finish it off. Let's go. Okay guys, so these bolts here, this one is like, I would say about 50% tight, so we can tighten it up with the spanner and everything while it's on there. That's no problem. Okay, these 16mm E16, they are not tight at all. Okay, we don't want to tighten these up, because when we come to this side, if these are tight, it might not line up here. So what we do is leave them loose, about 80% tight, and then we'll get this bolt on here. What we might need to do is push the hub forward. So I'm just going to push the hub forward for me. Right, and then get the bolt on as well at the same time. Push through. There we go. Nearly took my fingers off as well at the same time. Don't do that. Okay, so we've got the spanner on there, the bolts through there. If you want to put a bit of grease on there and everything, if you want, make it easier for next time, if you ever have to do it again. But once you've replaced them once, they should be good for good, a few thousand miles, easy. Anyway, so yeah, we're ready. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's like on, so we're going to double check it with the strong arm and everything. We're going to go to this side here, tighten up on these, right, and then we're going to tighten up on that one, and that's it, job done. That's it, dead easy. Right, okay guys, these are tight. This one is, well, I'm going to tighten that up in a minute. This one is 99.9% tight. If I could leave it if you want to, but I'll just double check it with the strong arm. If you want the correct torque settings and things like that, just go on Autodata. But I'll be straight up honest with you, just get a breaker bar, okay, tighten them up, and you're good to go, basically. Just make sure they're tight, and that's it, you're good to go. Right, we're going to tighten this up, tighten that up, get the wheel back on. Job done, happy days. Let's finish it off. Okay guys, so that's it. That is the Jeep Compass rear arms done. I hope this video helps you guys out. Like I mentioned, if you want the torque settings and everything, just check it out on Autodata, things like that. But I just tighten it up with the strong arm and everything, good to go. But anyway, I hope this video helps you guys out. If it didn't help you guys out, I'm sorry, trying my best. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell button for me, leave a comment in the comment section. Raoul TV Team R4UL. We'll see you on the next one.